Hello, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our Theater Accelerator virtual concert. I am Pamela Winslow Kashani.
And I am Tim Kashani. Welcome all. And please, if you would subscribe to our channel, we would be very grateful. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our team that has put this whole event together for you. We have Christopher Sepulveda, Ali Rice, and Ido Gal.
And we're here to celebrate tonight. I know that the situation in our lives is different than it was a couple months ago, but one of the cool things that has happened is that there are so many artists and creative people doing really cool stuff on YouTube and online. What comes to mind is John Krasinski and the way he surprised that 9-year-old girl with the Hamilton bomb and the whole cast of Hamilton coming in to create some cheer. And we want to jump on that bandwagon and say that we're here to celebrate artists and we're going to get through this together.
And tonight you're going to be seeing highlights from our Theater Accelerator program, where each show that you see is going to be presenting one song from the program.
What is Theater Accelerator, you may ask?
Good question, Pamela.
Let me tell you.
That didn't feel scripted at all.
Not scripted at all. And let me go on with the script here. Applying the model that accelerates technology startups, Theater Accelerator, which is our 2-week virtual boot camp, treats storytellers as founders, creating an opportunity to interact with experts in storytelling, production, distribution, and the business of show business. And now, without further ado, let us get to the fun part. And I'd like to introduce our first show, My Heart Says Go.
Hey everybody, my name is Jorge Miguel Rivera-Herrans, but most people just call me Jay.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt Hawkins, and I'm a professor at the University of Notre Dame and director of the musical theater program.
And together we are the creative team known as Hawkins and Jay. Now, a few years ago, I made one of the most important decisions of my life, and I stopped pursuing a career in medicine so that I could chase my dream of becoming a playwright. Because of the backlash I received from this, I had an idea to make a musical about a med school dropout who moves to California to chase his dream of becoming a singer and songwriter. Eventually, I met Professor Matt Hawkins, and that's when we started working on the idea together.
Yeah, and hi everyone on their couches tonight, or wherever you are. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Apples and Oranges for even doing this. I'm here in my apartment on the south side of Chicago with my wife, Stacy. She's off screen, and my dog, Ozzy, who's asleep. So Jay brought this idea to me. It was my first year on faculty at Notre Dame. It was Jay's sophomore year, and he brought this idea, and I went to my faculty, and I said, I think we need to do this. And they were they were very excited later, and they finally got on board, and we did it. And I created a class where we had a workshop production of it. So we workshopped the show, we put it into production, and that was our inauguration of our brand new lab program at Notre Dame. And then we took that show and we produced it for our program, and then it sold out all the performances. We had to add performances, and then after that we started to have relationships with Apples and Oranges, and also the Goodman Theater showed some interest, and then we also got a lot of support from the university to move forward with this actual show moving forward. And now Jay is actually going to talk about a song that's actually the curtain call of the show. Jay, what do you got?
Yeah, so this song is called Won't Give Up, and as Matt said, it happens at the end of the show. And it occurs when our main character, Indigo, decides that no matter what, he's not going to give up on his dream. So this is Won't Give Up. Hope you guys enjoy. I spent too much time on a road I didn't choose and I didn't love, chasing dreams that were never mine to begin with, and I know I'm not the only one. You cannot force a career down our throats in hopes that we hold it without questioning, who am I? Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am I to the N to the D to the I'm Indigo with the flow. I'll be speaking in rhymes. If you're looking for a story, I am here to supply you with a fiery desire to thrive, not survive. I'm exuberant, tenacious, and a med school dropout. You might think of me as just a cop-out, but in reality, I love to sing and write. It's part of who I am. And no disrespect to the doctors who are busy operating. I just can't keep waiting on a job that I've been hating. Soon enough will be too late. I gotta take control of my fate, but everybody's so scared, so I step up to the plate. I wanna look back at the end of my life and say I did it. I followed every dream that I had and every wish. Consider this, I'm gonna see my name in lights. But till that day comes, got one day to minds. I won't give up, not today, not tomorrow. Anybody ask me, I got dreams to follow, and I won't give up, and I won't back down. Heaven can't hold me now, till my heart's not beating courage, till my body's out of life. No, I won't give up, won't give up, won't give up, won't give up. Don't cut the beat, I ain't done yet. Check it, I've got a message for every vessel of knowledge who's following their heart. Just trust me, you're not alone. This is your zone, your time to grow and hone your skills. The realest question I know is, since when is it fine to just give up and not try? And someone tell me why I should carry this weight inside till the day I die. It's like my life's a probability test. Too many people searching for some formula to success. Come on, be a bit stronger, push a bit longer. When they knock you down, get up and try harder. Someone tell my father I'ma go farther. Won't give up, that's my alma mater. I want my name to be engraved in your brains. I want the inspiration in your veins to drive you insane. Remember this day, cause I won't keep on playing the game till everybody I inspire is actually doing the same. And I won't give up, not today, not tomorrow. Anybody ask me, I got dreams to follow, and I won't give up, and I won't back down. Heaven can't hold me now, till my heart's not beating courage, till my body's out of life. No, I won't give up, 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 won't give up.
I think that's a way to start a concert. Am I right? Nice work, Jay. And I also just saw in the YouTube comments, Kirsty, you said, wow, this guy is good, getting Lin-Manuel vibes. That's nothing. You haven't heard anything whatsoever. And in fact, in the theater that night, if you felt all that joy here through your screen, in the theater, we had people over the age of 70 and under the age of 20 in the aisles dancing to all that joy. So thanks for bringing that hope to us, Jay. Thanks for that. And also, before we go, this is why we're here. If you love that song, we want to get more of this music out to everybody. So if you look down underneath your YouTube screen, you're probably going to see theater everywhere, and underneath it might say show more. If you don't have that clicked, and if you click on that, you're going to see all of our shows there, right underneath the program. And under My Heart Says Go, you're going to see our website. Go there. You can hear all the demos from the show. What we are doing tonight is asking you to help us get these demos out into the world. Right now, it's just Jay singing on all the songs, and we want to get other actors involved and musicians involved. And we want to get them work right now. We want to get together an actual cast album that we can put out before the show. So right now, tonight, we're asking for $10,000 to help us get artist work and get this amazing music and all these demos out into the world right now. So look at the link down below on the program. You can see everyone else's info. Thanks so much for watching. Jay, you got anything else before we move on?
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, and thanks again to Apples and Oranges for doing this and just making the best of what we got. So keep watching. We got a really great lineup tonight. In fact, next, I'm going to introduce our next group, and they are working on a show called Up and Away. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Kevin Hammonds. I'm the lyricist and librettist.
And I'm composer Kristen Bear, and we are here tonight to share a song from our musical, Up and Away.
Up and Away is a high-flying musical comedy tour de force with 5 actors, 50 roles, and absolutely no wires. It tells the story of the world's very first superhero and asks the question, what would you do if you had superpowers? Joe Jessup knows exactly what to do with his newfound superhuman skills. Leave Farmtown and become a celebrity in the 1930s metropolis of Big City. But when he discovers that the evil in this world far outweighs the good, he realizes he has bit off more than he can chew, and he calls his naturally nervous brother to join him. His brother Jerry is afraid to leave the farm and afraid of everything unknown to him. But when his brother begs him for help, Jerry finds a strength he never knew he possessed.
In this song, Don't Mind If I Do, Jerry has just received a letter from Joe pleading him to come to Big City. But before he can leave, he must talk himself into doing something that he's never done before. He must say yes. Here to perform Don't Mind If I Do from Up and Away is Danny Ritz.
There's a voice in my head, says we're all good is dead. It just said not one person can be trusted. and before I can blink, I get scared and I shrink. Well, I think that voice needs to be adjusted. What if I go against my nature, let in a little light? Maybe all these yay-sayers are right. Could I say yes? Should I blindly agree to whatever frightening sight I might see? Crowded streets, it's possible. Deli meat's not possible. Just imagine what I've missed so far, but now I hold the key all of my life. When I'd say there's no way, Joe would try to change my whole point of view. He'd say do, not say don't, but turn that don't into a don't mind if I do. Taxi!
Where to?
Maybe I'll walk, actually.
Do you want a cab or not?
Yes, I do. BCN radio, please. Should I say sure? Could I gladly comply with the reckless random life passing by? Taxi cabs, it's possible. Soft shell crabs, not possible. Just keep nodding and keep down your lunch. At least it's worth a try. What would Joe say if he saw me right now? He'd repeat those words I reckon are true. He'd say do, not say don't, but turn that don't into a don't mind if I do. Thanks, mister.
Oh, so busy. Oh.
Here, let me help you.
Thank you, young man. Sucker.
Oh, you see what I mean? The moment I fear has arrived. Degraded, manipulated, never seen so obscene. It's lucky I survived. Wait a minute. I survived. I survived. Oh, I will say yes. I will not shed one tear to get past the fear you first must walk through. I won't say don't. I'll turn that don't into a don't mind if I do. Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you, Danny. If you would like to learn more about Up and Away and hear more songs, check out our website, upandawaymusical.com, and follow us on social media.
And now it's our pleasure to introduce Divided.
Hi, I'm Luanne Rosenfeld. I am the book writer and lyricist for Divided.
And I'm Kristen Lee Rosenfeld, the composer and also her daughter.
By the end of the American Civil War, more than 500,000 widows were left behind, and their story is so seldom told. Divided is a story of strength, of courage, of resilience, and the story of two women and their unlikely friendship, Hannah, an African-American slave, and Eleanor, a wealthy Southern belle, who navigate a country not unlike our own that was divided by race and religion and politics.
In this song, although Hannah has been free for many years, she has remained in the shadows. When the owner of an Irish pub tells her that coloreds are not welcome, she decides that the time has come to stand up to the bigotry around her. Here to sing Silent Song from Divided is our brilliant, talented, and amazing friend, Cicily Daniels.
In the days of darkness, when I was still a slave, my mama said, don't question, or you'll meet an early grave. Save your voice for heaven if you want to survive. Keep your thoughts inside if you want to stay alive. But I've got words, I've got music that I've kept inside so long, bound inside my heart and soul is mighty silent song. Have you been held in shackles? Have you been bought and sold? Have you seen a child beaten who's barely 5 years old? Like Joshua and Jericho, my song behind the wall. If I blow my trumpet, you just watch it fall. Every thought I ever had, a whisper, not a shout. Time to open up the gates and let my music out. Hear my words, hear my music. I won't hide outside the door. I won't leave my words unspoken. I am free. A slave now. No master tells me who to be. Listen, 'cause there's no more silent song for me.
Thank you, Cicely. That was wonderful. We also want to thank Theater Accelerator for their constant support for new musicals.
Divided is looking for a university interested in producing a new musical or a regional theater to produce a developmental production or a lab.
You can learn more about us, about Divided, about our projects, and hear some more music by going to our website, rosenfeldmusicals.com. And if you sign up for our mailing list on the website, we'll be happy to keep you updated on what's going on. So thank you.
Thanks so much for listening and for being here with us tonight. And thanks again to Tim and Pamela and Theater Accelerator. And now I'd like to introduce Sherlock the Musical.
Hi, I'm Denning Burton.
And I'm Stefan van de Graaf.
And we are the creators of Sherlock the Musical. After decades, the world's greatest detective is finally returning to the stage in this brand new musical. Filled with suspense and classic mystery, Sherlock the Musical revolves around the relationship between Sherlock Holmes and his loyal companion, Dr. John Watson. The song we will showcase tonight highlights this friendship and occurs at a time in the show when it is tested the most. In this moment, Watson is presented with the most difficult decision he must make, whether to sacrifice his dreams for those of his friend. Performing Into the Shadow is the incredibly talented Woody White.
It's never my name called into the foreground. Step to the side, they say. Please make some room. But they're not making it for you. What is the right way? Choose to forgive again when it takes everything. And what if I still lose? What if it's the right thing to do? Do I step back into the shadow? Do I never stand in the light? I know that it would be worth it. I'm not running from your side. I'm just falling behind. If it saves a life, then I don't mind stepping back into the shadow. So scared of disappearing, do I give until I'm gone? What if it's when you're fading, you see the whole view? Even if no one remembers you, do I step back into the shadow? Do I never stand in the light? I know that it would be worth it. I'm not running from your side. I'm just falling behind. If it saves a life, then I don't mind stepping back into the shadow. No one's too far to be forgiven. Redemption is a friend of time. A life finds worth when it's given. That's a life worth living. That's a life worth giving. I give it all, I'm willing to fall behind. Shadow. Some don't need to stand in the light. I know that it would be worth it. I'm not running from your side. I'm just falling behind. If it saves a life, then I don't mind. If it saves your life, let me forget mine. I don't mind stepping back into the shadow.
Thank you so much, Woody, and thank you all for being here tonight and letting us sing to you. If you enjoyed what you just heard, we would just invite you to come and follow the Sherlock the Musical page on Facebook. All you have to do is go to Facebook and search Sherlock the Musical. There you'll find more songs from our show, as well as puzzles, a new Sherlock Holmes digital escape room that we just released, polls and giveaways. And then of course, we'll be releasing new music there shortly. So please give us a follow. And now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce BUKOWSICAL.
Hello, everyone. This is Gary Stockdale. I wrote BUKOWSICAL with Spencer Green. So please pull up a chair, enjoy mixing a quarantini, which is, of course, 2 parts vodka and 1 part Purell. BUKOWSICAL won the Outstanding Musical at the New York International Fringe Festival, and until Book of Mormon was probably the dirtiest and funniest adult musical that you've never heard of. BUKOWSICAL is a musical about the great writer Charles Bukowski, but it's really about the founder of an edgy Los Angeles theater troupe which stages completely inappropriate musicals, like BUKOWSICAL. In his final number, the founder shows Bukowski how to save his life by giving up alcohol. Now this, of course, never happened to Bukowski, but when do mere facts matter when you're a great artist of the theater? Listen, Charles, you can be just as dark and vile and repulsive as you ever were, even more so. Only now, your liver won't show it. Because you see, life is like a musical. It's about overcoming adversity, triumphing in the face of seemingly impossible odds, with a key change and a kick line and a reprise of the opening number at the end. And most importantly, it's about writing your own happy ending. All it takes is a little bit of help. It takes 12 steps of love. 12 steps of love. First admit your life is shit, and you know you just can't quit without the man above. You need 12 steps of love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 steps of love. Give your first name and tell your story. Take that moral inventory of all you're guilty of. This is what it will take to make you spill the beans. Don't make the same mistake as Elvis and James Dean. Don't just puke your silly guts out. Come on, puke, just pull your nuts out. The amends justify the means. It takes 12 steps of love. It's a hug, then a fucking shove. Although booze and drugs may trouble you, just let go and let Bill W. show you what to do. Let those 12 steps of love, 12 steps of love, 12 steps of love, step all over you. Thank you. Let's see, what other things? Oh, yes. We have a cast album that Bruce Kimmel and Kritzerland Records released a few years ago. It is available on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, and SoundCloud. And so go to any of those places and you can hear the entire score. We would love to have someone's theater company do BUKOWSICAL. If you might want to produce it at your own theater, please, let me get the sheet out here. Where it is. There we go. please email me at garystockdale@gmail.com or my co-writer, Spencer Green, at zotzets@aol.com, just for fun. Just to type that actual word would be the most fun thing. So for show info, publicity materials, the plot, the synopsis, anything like that, please email us. Thank you so much, and thanks to the fabulous Tim and Pam and the whole Theater Accelerator crew. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce those very people in the team for higher education. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. We are back, and now we're gonna do some music for you that we've created.
The song you are about to hear is from our original musical, Higher Education, which we began working on a few years ago. The opening number of the show takes us with Amanda, our character. And in this number, Amanda starts off as an 18-year-old, and she grows up during the middle of this show and becomes current day, present day Amanda, played by Pamela. We felt that this song was perfect when it came to understanding what we are all going through today. Sit back and enjoy Pamela's rendition of Carry On.
Try to find the perfect words while I hold myself together, with no one here to have my back. I've got to be even better. All the wise ones from the past, please channel me your guiding wisdom. I'll do my best to think like you, to validate my vision. A touch of humor will win their attention, so they'll be inspired. The use of metaphor can be emphatic when used at the perfect time. If you were here, you would laugh, crack a smile, make a joke, say it's all right. But you are not and I am, so I must all alone make my future bright. I must carry on, forge a path, stay the course and follow through. I must carry on, though you're gone. I hope you know that I am doing it all for you. I will carry on. I'll just pretend enough till the past is past. Pull up the power from deep inside. Do not hide, use all I learned from you. You taught me how to make the world I want to see. You're in me, carry on. We have the power inside us to help others out and inspire. We must pursue the best path and abandon our impulse to feed desire. If we all make the right choices together, we'll aid and we'll serve. We will attain the bright future that surely we all deserve. We will carry on, forge a path, stay the course, and find our place. We must carry on. It's our job to make this world a better place. We will carry on. No time to hesitate to make a change. Pull up the power from deep inside. Do not hide, there is so much to do. Together we will make the world we want to see. Consciously, we will carry on. It's our time right now to take a stand. We will carry on. Be the one to offer that helping hand. We will carry on, lifting one another as we upward go. If we unite together, we'll reshape our history. Together we will make the world we want to see. You with me, carry on.
Bravo, bravo. Nicely done.
Thanks for listening. That was the debut of this number that I wrote. It was my 6th or 7th attempt at the opening number. Musicals take a long time.
And to be fair, it was the book writer's fault that the opening number kept changing, and that's me.
No, not entirely, no.
Oh, well, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If you haven't had a chance yet, please click down and subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a lot more information coming your way. And if you want to find out more about the show on our website under Apples and Oranges, you can find us under Higher Education.
And we'd like to now introduce our next show, Game Development the Musical.
Hi, I'm Andrew Lum. I'm the creator of Game Development the Musical. I've been a game developer for over 15 years, and the crazy stories that I lived inspired me to write a musical. So Game Development is a coming-of-age comedy about a new college grad named Andrew who dreams about being a game designer at Nintendo. But Andrew doesn't get a job at Nintendo. Instead, he ends up at a tiny little studio making licensed shovelware games. On top of that, he ends up getting a job as a contract tester. So the song I'm performing today is called Full-Time Employment, and it's about how testers dream about having health insurance, paid time off, and all the other benefits that full-timers get. And in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, I think it's really more topical than ever. Also, this song is normally sung by 3 people, so if I sound schizophrenic, take it with a grain of salt. So here you go. Full-time employment, no more contract for me. Full-time employment to get my medical for free. Full-time employment with 5 paid sick days. I'll visit the doctor with a $10 copay. I can finally test if these warts are herpes. I can fix my knees by getting surgery. What happened to Brian? Are you serious? He has to take a 6-month leave every 18 months? That sucks. I'm sick of never knowing if I'm staying or I'm going. My destiny is out of my control. I don't have many options. I must proceed with caution if I hope to make the company payroll. With full-time employment, I get paid holidays. With full-time employment, they can't give my job away. Full-time employment with a good dental plan. With 10 days vacation, I'll take a trip to Japan. I can finally use my molars when I chew. I can take a personal day when I'm feeling blue. Achoo! I need health insurance. I know I'm just a contractor, but that shouldn't be a factor for healthcare or guaranteed sick pay. I know I'm just a tester, and I don't mean to pester, but contractors need workers' rights someday. Full-time employment with a matching 401k. Full-time employment with an 8-hour workday. Full-time employment. So, first off, thanks to Tim and Pamela and everyone at Theater Accelerator for having Game Development the Musical as part of this. We've got some really exciting plans to share with everyone in 2020. So please visit our website, gamedevelopmentmusical.com, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay in the loop. And now let me introduce you to the next musical, Nar Society.
I am Chris Valenti.
And I'm Morgan Smith.
And we were in the cast of North Society at the 2017 Hollywood Fringe Festival. So we had a great time there. So I have to make a dedication for this because, and I don't want to be the person who brings the party down, because this is wonderful and so much what I need right now. But we are doing this Zoom thing because of this terrible COVID-19 virus, that this pandemic that's affected us all. And my father contracted COVID-19 and passed away.
Check.
So anyway, I also I want to mention that my co-writer of North Society, John Mikovich, his father passed away right when we finished writing the first version. So I just want to dedicate tonight's performance to my dad and to John's dad. And thank you for the opportunity to do so. North Society is a romantic comedy about two people who were brought together by social media, and they were torn apart by social media public shaming. Morgan is going to sing for you our 11 o'clock number, which lifts up our hero when all is lost, like me and many people are feeling today.
You're feeling depressed. This crap has got you down. By this point in your life, you thought you'd turn it around. Your boss was a jerk. Losing your job really bites. Your best relationship ended up in a fight. There's no good reason this shit happens to you. Everything gets worse no matter what you do. So here's a foolproof method that won't take much time. Find yourself a picture and write down a line. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG and you'll feel better so soon. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG and you'll have a nice afternoon. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG. Your cat hates your guts, won't let you pet her. Trust me, this will make you feel so much better. The ex lives next door, why should you have to move? Do what I say and everything will improve. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG. Quote Ben Franklin or George Thoreau. Good. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG. Paste it on a picture of Elijah Wood. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG. Maya Angelou says, and still I rise. Deepak Chopra says stuff about butterflies. Here's some flowers and William Shakespeare, Abe Lincoln, and a polar bear. Quote Lincoln Park or Eddie Vedder. Put it on your grandma knitting you a sweater. Quote Gandhi or Martin Luther King. Put it on a mountain with some guy skiing. If someone's jumping for joy, write, yay, I'm finally single. Also write it in Spanish so they know you're bilingual. Doesn't have to be smart, doesn't have to be sharp, but it looks so good written next to a heart.
Larks are classy. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG. Quote your uncle, he says weird ass stuff. Put a generic inspirational quote on a JPEG. You can use a kitty cause they're never enough. Put a generic inspirational quote. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll reach the stars on a JPEG. On a JPEG. JPEG.
Thank you, Morgan. That was awesome. Love her. She is also featured in the first music video we made from Narcissity, which you can go see if you visit narcissity.com or Facebook/Narcissity. You can go there and you can see, you can learn how to help us make the full movie and get a few of these touring stage companies going, which my dad would be proud of. Our ask is that you go to the World Health Organization's page and donate to the COVID-19 Response Fund. You can get there at covid19responsefund.org. And next, I am really proud to introduce my Theater Accelerator classmate, Kit Goldstein Grant, and her play, which I saw in New York City 2 years ago, and it is wonderful, The Wrong Box.
Thank you so much, Chris. I'm so glad that I wound up going right after you. So my name is Kit Goldstein Grant, and I'm here with performer Eric Lochtefeld. Say hi, Eric. Hi. And my show is The Wrong Box. It's based on a book by Robert Louis Stevenson and Lloyd Osbourne. It's a Victorian Black comedy about Morris, who's this middle-aged orphan who's trying to win a tontine. If you've never heard of what a tontine is, it's this bizarre investment scheme where a group of young men put money in a fund, and years later, the last man living takes all. So it's kind of this living longest competition to see who's the last man standing. And Morris's uncle Joseph is one of the last two living members of a tontine. Morris is totally desperate for his uncle Joseph to win the tontine so that Morris can inherit the money. So he's trying really hard to keep Uncle Joseph alive. Uncle Joseph is unfortunately in a train crash. Morris finds a body. He thinks it's Uncle Joseph. He decides he's going to ship the body up to London in a barrel so he can bury it in the basement and pretend Uncle Joseph is fine, still win the tontine. Things go even worse when the barrel accidentally goes to a stranger named William Dent Pittman. And then to make things even worse still, Uncle Joseph's name is on the family business's bank account where all their money is. And unless Uncle Joseph is declared dead, Morris can't get any money. So he's kind of between a rock and a hard place. And now here's Eric to perform pros and cons.
Well, so I've lost the tontine. All my hopes are at an end. What of it? There are two sides to everything. I must make myself a list. Bad, I have lost my uncle's body. Good, but the funeral is free. Bad, William Pittman could expose it. Good, he might hide it for a fee. But where would I get money I can pay him? Thinking it over, I don't know. But I'm making a list of pros and cons, and if there is a con, there must be a pro. Bad, I've completely lost the tontine. Bad, yes, I've made an awful hash. Good, but it still could be recovered. Yes, for a lot of ready cash. But where could I get All this ready money, bribing a doctor costs one so, but I'm making a list of pros and cons, and if there is a con, there must be a pro. Of course, the buggy business is lost, unless I could pay a corrupt doctor to swear that Uncle Joseph is dead. Dead or alive, dead or alive, one or the other, not both. Lacking a body, now any court will rule Uncle Joe is immortal, but not immortal enough to win me the tontine. Good God! If only I hadn't let Uncle Joseph keep his name on the bank account. Bad, I am running out of money. Good, but there's plenty in the bank. Bad, I need forgery to get it. Good, blank! Robbed of my rights when I was an orphan. Fate never spared me any blow, but I'll do what it takes to get my due. And if this is a con, I must be a pro.
Yay, thank you so much, Eric. That was great. And thank you also to Carl Hedrick, who played the piano for that. It was recorded, so it would time up correctly. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Eric. And thank you also to Apples and Oranges Arts for including The Wrong Box in this concert. The Wrong Box has a studio album available on Amazon and iTunes. It's a concept album. And you can visit thewrongbboxmusical.com to see information about that, and also find us at on social media. And next, I would like to welcome to the virtual stage the team for Airborne.
Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor Hatch, and I'm the librettist for Airborne, a show about the real pilots who raced in the 1929 National Women's Air Derby, who put their lives on the line for the future of women in flight.
Check, check. Check. Can you hear my voice? Are you good? Okay.
We do hear you now, Jordan.
I don't know what happened. Audio has been out throughout the whole thing. Sorry about that. I kind of missed my. I'm Jordan. At this moment in the show, the pilots realize that the dangers of the race far exceed expectations. Louise has all but convinced the other pilots to strike for better racing because a race shouldn't cost them their lives. Marvel realizes that this may be the only chance to prove women can fly, and that continuing is worth the risk. This is her.
We are raising the bar. They will see who we are. As louder than thunder, hotter than flame, we burn. We admit less than prepared, but it's more than a game as we step up to claim our are dreams worth chasing, goals forward. Wings might break, it's a risk we'll take. There are things worth fighting for. We are seizing our chance. We are leading the stance. We chosen the place to finally make our stand. Though our hands might ache, there are walls worth breaking, dawns worth waking for. Though the earth might quake, it's a leap we'll take. There are things worth fighting for. And if we should lose all that we have in the name of our cause, down in flames, there's no way I'd rather go. Though we might lose fates, there are dreams worth chasing, goals worth racing toward. Though our wings might break, it's a risk we'll take. There are things worth fighting. Though our hands might ache, there are walls worth breaking. Though the earth might quake, it's a leap we'll take. There are things worth fighting. We're moving on. I hope it works. We will be strong. Hang on to your skirts. We continue for better or worse. We will not back down. We will hold our ground. There are things worth fighting for.
Thanks, Jordan. If you would like to follow our journey, you can follow the link on the screen to visit our website. You can find demos, a synopsis, more about us as a team, and you can learn about our development history. This last year, we were a top 20 finalist at NAMT. We had a staged reading at Tuacahn Center for the Arts as part of their new work series. And we've been working with Apples and Oranges, who hosted an awesome workshop week and reading, all virtually, just a couple weeks ago. We're so excited to keep moving forward and see what comes in 2020. So on that note, please welcome back to the stage Tim and Pamela Kashani.
Hello, thank you all, and thank you for joining our live stream of our concert. As we can all tell that there are technical aspects that are beyond all of our control, but that's why we do this. And also we know that there are challenging moments right now that we are all facing, and our heart goes out to everybody that's plowing through and suffering for this. But we also want to thank all of our artists for celebrating one of the reasons we strive to be humans, the joy we find in our art form and all of the inspiration we found from the songs tonight.
And we also want to thank you for tuning in and supporting us and all these incredible writers and creators and performers. And if you would do something for us, we have a very small ask. It would be to please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you would like to. And I believe Allie's just put up some websites for you to go to and find that link. So thank you so much for doing that. And I'd like to bring everybody up, all the performers, all the writers, to come back and let's take a virtual bow, shall we? So everybody, please come on stage and we'll take a little bow. All right, jazz hands, everybody. Thank you so much for participating, and thank you all for joining in. And let's just keep that positive energy flowing, because it's there and we're going to get through this, and there's no better way than with music and creativity. So with that, hope you have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Bye.